Hello there, my name is Anthony, aka Tone114, and I am the coach of the Maine Red Clawitzers. If you're wondering about what happened with the Week 2 battle I was supposed to have against the Victorville Victinis, unfortunately the head coach Cameron wasn't able to make the battle, and unfortunately he was forced to take a forfeit. So we are now 2-0 on the young season. And now here I am bringing you my Week 3 team builder when I go up against Devon, aka Champion W, and the Empire State Sceptiles. Now before I go in and break down my team and why I'm bringing it, I'll break down my opponent's team. He has the Sylveon, very potent Pokemon with Pixelate Hybrid Voice, can Wish Pass, can do Heal Bell, can do potential Choice Spec set. They have Feraligatr here, a very scary sweeper with Dragon Dance, can Swords Dance, has priority with the Aqua Jet. Sheer Force, Life Orb, Waterfall will hit like a truck. He has Donphan, nice Rapid Spinner, has access to Knockoff, has priority with Ice Shard. Not much else to say there. Haxorus, another scary sweeper with access to Dragon Dance, can run Banded, can be a potential choice scarf with Outrage. Exploud, just just click Boom Burst whenever you see an Exploud. Very scary wall breaker. It is a bit slow, but when backed by Scrappy and Boom Burst, literally the switches to this monster, is extremely limited. He has the Electabuzz, a nice bulky pivot, nice, and it also has a good base 105 speed, so it can be a nice bulky pivot if he needs one. He has the Megalopony, another priority user with access to Fake Out, can quick attack, another scrappy Pokemon, so really limits what I can do with my team, which is why I could not bring my Gorgeist at all in this battle. He has the Alakazam, a nice revenge killer, very strong Pokemon, base 120 speed, base 135 special attack, can run Focus Sash as a revenge killer, can run Life Orb, can be a substitute set, whatever the case may be. He also has my mascot, the Clawitzer, very strong wall breaker, back with that 120 base special attack with Mega Launcher, can Water Pulse, Dark Pulse, Dragon Pulse, Aura Sphere, Ice Speed, has priority with Aqua Jet, can also run Choice Specs, potentially Choice Scarf, Assault Vest, bulky Pivot. He has the Chandelure, a nice spin blocker with that Ghost Fire typing. A little bit on the slow side, but it can run Choice Scarf. Another potential Choice Specs user can be a Subcalm Mindset. And lastly, he has the Magnetric. Not really a threatening mon to me in general, but it can pull off some nice sets. It can run Life Orb. It can be a Choice Scarf Switcheroo set, whatever the case may be. So now, after that, I'm now going to break down my team and the moveset as follows. Leading off with my team, I have, of course, Centikill, my Scolipede, back for another week of hopeful wall breaking here. Rockin' Protect, Poison Jab, Superpower, and Aqua Tail. Poison Jab for stab hits the Sylveon. It's a good 2 KO on most of his Pokemon. Superpower is for the Exploud and the Megalopony, and Aqua Tail can 2-hit KO both the Donphan and the Chandelure. As for the EV spread, rocking max attack again, 44 speed EVs will allow my Scolipede to outspeed a Megalopony at +1 with 188 HP EVs, give it some bulk, hit a life orb number, 12 defense, 12 special defense to balance out its defenses even more, give it a little bit more bulk. And now the next Pokemon we have here, we have Susume Bachi, the Choice Scarf Nidoqueen, back for another week. Rocking the Sheer Force with Sludge Wave, Earth Power, Thunderbolt, and Ice Beam. Sludge Wave hits a good portion of his team. His only poison resists are the Donphan and the Chandelure. Earth Power hits Chandelure, hits the Electabuzz and the Magnetric. Thunderbolt is here for the Clawitzer and the Feraligatr, and Ice Beam is here to potentially to a KO Donphan if he is not Assault Vest. Though I think even with the Assault Vest, it's still to a KO, if I recall correctly. As for the EV spread, max special attack, hits hard as possible, 236 EVs in speed, will allow my Nidoqueen to outspeed a Jolly max speed Mega Lopunny with 20 in HP to give it just to give it a little bit more bulk. Now here's where it gets kind of complicated because his team was very, very difficult to prepare for. So my third Pokemon here, I'm rocking Athos, the Choppleberry Cobalion this week, with Thunder Wave, Close Combat, Iron Head, and Stone Edge. The reason why I'm bringing this set is he has two potential sweepers with his Feraligatr and his Haxorus. I need to shut those things down. If he's Lumberry, it's an issue. He could have Heal Bell on the Sylveon, like I said before, but I need to make sure that Feraligatr or Haxorus or potentially Mega Lopunny does not completely wipe out my team. So I'm rocking the Thunder Wave here to slow down those threats. If he is Lumberry, then that's a bit of an issue, but I believe my Cobalion can withstand a non-life orb +1 waterfall from a Feraligatr. It's a little bit of a different story with the Haxorus, as Haxorus is a problem. Close Combat is here for the Mega Lopunny and the X-Cloud, Iron Head for the Sylveon, and Stone Edge is here to 2-hit KO Chandelure on the Switch. I put Choppleberry on this Cobalion here to bait in the Mega Lopunny high jump kick. It can take one and then retaliate with a Close Combat, and it has a chance to one-hit KO Mega Lopunny from full, which explains my EV spread. Max HP, lets it take at least one super effective fighting attack or take hits in general. 172 speed with a Jolly Nature will let my Cobalion outspeed a Jolly max speed Haxorus, and the rest is put into attack to boost the power of its Close Combat, Iron Head, and Stone Edge. So that's my Cobalion here. It's mainly here to lure in the Mega Lopunny and hit it back, survive a high jump kick, retaliate with Close Combat, and one-hit KO. And now for the next Pokemon, we have Splish Splash the Manaphy here. Pretty simple set here with Tail Glow 3 attacks. Rocking the leftovers this time. I could have brought Wacanberry, I might change it, but I don't really see Electabuzz or Manectric coming in this battle. But in any case, Tail Glow, Scald, Ice Beam, and Energy Ball. Scald for Stab, hits the Donphan, hits the Chandelure. Ice Beam is here for the Haxorus, though I might change it to Dazzling Gleam. No, Ice Beam also hits the Donphan if need be, and the only thing I could potentially run Dazzling Gleam for the Mega Lopunny too. And Energy Ball is here for the Feraligatr, the Clawitzer, and just good coverage move in general. As for the EV spread, I'm running max special attack. 100 speed EVs with a timid nature will let my Manaphy outspeed a timid max speed non-choice scarf Chandelure. I could have changed the EV spread because I can make Manaphy outspeed a timid max speed non-scarf Chandelure with a modest nature, but I felt as though I want the bulk on my Manaphy to take at least a few hits better. Just to have a few more step opportunities, which is why I have the leftovers here for that passive recovery. And I'm looking for Manaphy to hopefully break some stuff down for my team in general. On to the fifth Pokemon here, we have Lily the Mega Gardevoir back for another week. No Trick Room this time, instead I am running Thunder Wave plus Destiny Bond here on Lily, combined with Side Shock and Hyper Voice. Nothing on this team resists both Psychic and Fairy, so it was good coverage to bring. I could have brought Shadow Ball for the Chandelure, but Side Shock can potentially 2 KO Chandelure anyway. And I'm not running any speed on my Gardevoir just to give it the added bulk. I don't wanna take away from the bulk I try to give my Gardevoir. I could bring Trick Room, but if he is not Scarf Exploud, then it would be pointless. I'd be helping him out, and Donphan is faster than a Quiet Nature 0 IV Gardevoir, so that also would not benefit me at all. So I'm just running a tank set with Thunder Wave plus Destiny Bond and Dual Stab to try to hit everything for some good damage. And last but not least, I'm making its debut for the main Red Clawitzers. I have Eggland's Best. I have the Blissey here with a very weird set, sort of. I am also running Choco Berry on this Blissey as well. Running Soft Will, Thunder Wave, Counter, and Shadow Ball. Now, the reason for this is I needed 2 things on my team heading into this matchup. I have absolutely no definite switch-ins for an Exploud, which means I was forced to bring Blissey along no matter what. The other thing that irked me about Blissey was the fact that he also had Chandelure, and I didn't want to be setup fodder for Chandelure, which explains why I have Shadow Ball on this Blissey. Shadow Ball is a 3-hit KO on Chandelure if he is not sub-Calm Mind. Counter is here so I can withstand a physical attack, retaliate for double the damage, potentially knock out the Feraligatr, knock out the Haxorus, knock out basically any physical sweeper he has with his team. Choco Berry again to lure in the Megalopony with a high jump kick. It can live. Retaliate with a counter, and goodbye Megalopony. Running max defense, max special defense, rest in HP. Don't really need to invest in max HP simply because it already has high enough HP as it is. Let the takes hits better. If I can potentially paralyze his Haxorus or his Feraligatr, barring they're not Rumberry, and barring his if he brings Sylveon and does not have Heal Bell, I'll be in pretty good shape. Now, the main thing I worry about with this team, it is sort of weak to Haxorus a bit, and I'm relying a lot on para support. So I'm not potentially swept by Feraligatr or the Haxorus or the potential Megalopony, whether it be Power Up Punch or whatnot. But I think as though the team can function pretty well as a whole if I can just get the switch-ins. If I get my switch-ins down correctly, then it'll be a lot easier for me. If I get rid of the X-Block, if he brings it, that'll be a lot easier for me. As for what I believe he might bring in our battle, I see the X-Block coming first and foremost, as I really don't have a switch-in. I see Megalopony coming for that double Scrappy Core. I see Alakazam coming as a nice revenge killer. I see the Sylveon coming, potentially, but I'm a little bit iffy on Sylveon because I do have 2 poison types. I can see the Donphan coming just in case he wants to bring Rapid Spin support, even though I'm not bringing Stealth Rock or any hazards at all in this battle. And I potentially see him bringing either the Feraligatr or the Chandelure, just so he can have something that can set up on my Blissey, just in case he has a special sweeper like the Sylveon. He can be like Specs Hyper Voice, and then he brings some Calm Mind Chandelure in the back to set up on my Blissey as I switch out, which can be problematic. I don't see Manectric coming, it's not really an issue. I don't really see Electabuzz coming, again, not really an issue because I have the Blissey. I don't see the Clawitzer coming simply because it's powerful, but again, sort of walled by Blissey. Everything else is pretty much fair game. And we'll see what happens when I go and play this game, and hopefully we will come out with a victory and hopefully be 3-0. It's going to be a fun battle, I'll tell you that. I'm 2-0. My opponent is also 2-0, so one of us will suffer our first loss this season. And with that, I'd like to thank you guys for listening and watching my team builder. If you think I could have brought anything differently, feel free to leave a comment down below. And I'll hopefully bring the battle to you live whenever it comes up. So once again, my name is Anthony, aka Tone104, and I will catch you guys on the flip side. Later.